Living in Qatar for 10 years now. There's a few questions that I could answer about living in Qatar. So one, how did school look like in your time? 10 years ago, when I got here, school was, I'll talk about Qatar Academy specifically, the building was the same. But when I first got here, there were the boy and girl classes were separated, so there were boys' classes and girls' classes, and there were probably 8, 9, or 10, or maximum 12 students in a class. So it was a lot smaller. There were probably 40 or 50 students in a grade. In the IB diploma level, grade 11 and 12, there were just 40 students per grade. When I first got here, I think there were about 30 students in grade 12 graduating. In the lower grades, grade 6, it was a little bit bigger. Those were almost full-size classes. So probably the biggest difference was in the number, the size of the students, the size of the classes. So the building was the same, but there were far fewer people in the building. Staff meetings, we would have a staff meeting, and there were, out of 40 staff members there, and we'd get around. Now we can't even fit all the staff into one room. There's about 150, so that's tripled as well. So the biggest difference is on the number of people. Second question, what subjects did I take when I was in school? What subjects did I take? I didn't go to school in Qatar. I came here to be a teacher. So I would say, rather than what subjects did I take, I might talk about what was taught. The curriculum was different. It was a new school. Actually, when I got here, the school was very new. It was really only about 7 years old or so. And originally, this school was a girls' school elementary. The classroom I teach in now originally was a kindergarten. So by the time I got here, the high school was actually very new. And there wasn't really much of a curriculum for grades 7, 8, and 9. We did, when I got here, Hitler every year. World War II and Hitler is what we did every year. And that seemed to be the curriculum, and that was what we did the first year here, was sort of changing that. Third question, how would you compare today's education system with the older education system? The education system in Qatar is still dramatically changing. It still is. Today's education system probably is represented by Qatar Academy and the type of approach that goes on in Qatar Academy, right down to personal project, extended essay, community and service, the experiential learning week without walls. And the old system would be in the national system, which is currently really trying to play catch up and move in the direction with these type of things. So really the biggest difference is what would be the old-fashioned system, which probably the local Qatari schools is growing out of, and that system is very much a sit down, I'll tell you what the correct answer is, versus the more involved creative approach that we do here.